Ministry is the most glorious career there is. Hello, I'm Heinrich, tertiary trained theologian, ordained minister, and passionate follower of Jesus. I want to say today categorically that I think the most glorious career one can have is to have a career and a calling, because there must be a Holy Spirit calling, to be a minister or a pastor or a reverend, a teacher or a shepherd for flock, guiding people in their Christian spirituality, strengthening, edifying, teaching them. There is no more greater career. And yes, there are wonderful careers for which I have a lot of respect, like legal careers, medical careers, scientific, engineering, architecture, even wonderful careers like being a chef or anything like that. Or some people are incredible artists. Yes, those are wonderful careers, but nothing holds a candle to ministry. Why? Because you deal with people's eternity. The most wonderful doctor sometimes stand next to a patient's bed and say, "We can do nothing more." Doesn't matter what career you're in, there are limitations, and it's worldly and it ends at the day of death. But there's one career that affects eternity, and that's ministry. Sadly, we live in a time with so many false ministers. In the big organized churches, and I have no problem with organized church, don't misunderstand me. But from the biggest churches to small independent churches to social media ministers, there are so many false teachers out there who preach that which correlate with their worldview and their social view and what they want people to think how nice and wonderful they are. And so few ministers that preach biblical truth come hell or high water. They stick to biblical truth. Here's the point I'm trying to make. It's your duty as a Christian to find a godly minister, to become part of his flock and be led and taught so you can grow in your spirituality for eternal glory. You sit in the church or the congregation of a false minister, and I'm sorry, I'm saying it blunt. In my opinion, 85 to 90% of ministers today in ministry are not called and are not anointed by the Holy Spirit of truth. They preach worldly nonsense. It's your duty to get out of a congregation like that and find someone who will preach godly truth come hell or high waters. And to the real ministers out there who preach truth, doesn't matter how much backlash they get, God bless you. There's so much reward waiting in eternity for you. And to those ministers out there who preach worldly nonsense just to get a stamp of approval from every worldling they encounter, who doesn't care about people's souls, I think the deepest part of hell is waiting. Keep your eyes fixed on heaven.